Good morning, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome to my first session on trigonometry. So, students, I know trigonometry as a topic. Many of you would be scared of this topic, and those students who are preparing for competitive exams who have not studied trigonometry as a topic in their plus two, maybe they are commerce or arts student. Definitely, they don't like this topic called trigonometry, and they do all possible attempt to ignore this chapter, but trust me, guys, I believe that in management related exams, maybe the portion or the importance of trigonometry is less. But when you talk about government based exams or when you talk about undergraduate exams like IPMAT or DUJET, definitely you can expect questions on trigonometry. So trigonometry is a game of understanding six variables. Those six variables can be sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. So that relationship between them is all about what we study in trigonometry. So trigonometry as a term is actually derived from amalgamation of two terms called trigonon and metry. Trigonon means triangle and metry means measurement. So the lot of work in the past is being done where the mathematicians were trying to understand the astronomy, and in order to understand the astronomy they took the help of geometry, and the remarkable work was done by Aryabhatta or Euclid or Nasir, and when we summarize their work together all together, then what we are studying is a subject called trigonometry. So when we talk about the subject called trigonometry, in basically we focus our study more or less around right angle triangle. You can see, suppose this is a right angle triangle, and there's an angle. What you can see here, that angle is theta. So you can see angle, and this angle is theta, and the side which is opposite to theta is called as perpendicular. So the side which is opposite to theta is called as perpendicular. This is called as perpendicular. The side opposite to theta is called as perpendicular, and the side which is adjacent to theta, that is called base. That is called base. And probably you can if you see the side which is opposite to 90 degree, that is called as hypotenuse. That is called as hypotenuse. Fine. So we all know Pythagoras theorem. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, the r square will be x square. R square will be equal to x square plus y square. We know this relationship very well. And going further with this relationship, you can remember few variables what we normally use in trigonometry. One is called sine theta. So sine theta basically means your opposite side divided by hypotenuse, means perpendicular by hypotenuse. You can see here, this is called sine theta. Then the next term what we study is called cos theta. Cos theta is basically base divided by hypotenuse or adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, that is called cos theta. And the third term what we need to study is called tan theta. So the tan theta is basically perpendicular by base, or you can say tan theta. Whenever you say tan theta is nothing but it is sine theta divided by cos theta. So this is basically your tan theta. Now next thing, you should remember a few more terms like cosec theta. So the cosec theta is the inverse of sine theta. Then the next term we study is called sec theta. Sec theta is the inverse of cos theta. And then we talk about cot theta. Cot theta is the inverse of tan theta. So this all schooling only 9th 10th standard, we have know these terms. Going further, you can talk the relationship between these variables in the form of four quadrants. So you all know about quadrants. So the same thing you study in coordinate geometry also, or linear equation chapter. So this is first quadrant. This is your second quadrant. This is your second quadrant. This is your third quadrant. This is your third quadrant, and this is your fourth quadrant. Now, what we can do, the same application of coordinate geometry, where we talk about quadrant, can be put in the form of trigonometry. So where you can understand this angle. So this angle will start with this angle. This is 0 degree. Then this would be 90 degree. 90 degree is nothing but pi by 2. Then pi is 180 degree. Then 270 degree is 3 pi by 2. So what we do basically understanding the relationship between angles. So any angle which you talk between 0 to 90 degree, any angle which you talk between 0 to 90 degree will come in first quadrant, or any angle which you talk between 90 to 180 degree will come in second quadrant, or any angle which you talk between 180 degree to 270 degree will come in third quadrant, or any angle which you talk between 270 to 360 degree will come in fourth quadrant. Okay, so now working on the calculation, like if I ask you what is sine 120 degree, so you know that sine 120 degree, it will come in second quadrant. If I talk about what is sine 335 degree, so you know, you can easily understand that it will come under fourth quadrant. So then when you work on this calculation of angles under these quadrant, certain rule we follow, that all the conversion what you do under first quadrant, in that the sign does not change. Okay, so all conversion will give you positive value, while in second quadrant only sine and cosec will remain positive in conversion. Remaining it will become negative. While in third quadrant, tan and cot theta, tan theta and cot theta will remain positive, and remaining conversion will turn to negative. While in the fourth quadrant, cos theta and sec theta will give you positive value, while others will give you a negative value. Fine. So now the way to remember this what you say conversion fact, in which quadrant what values will, what variable value will remain, or trigonometric ratio will remain positive. For that you can remember this shortcut, that is called all school to college. So all in the first letter, if you observe the first letter of this, so this is the first quadrant, so all will remain positive. In second quadrant, you can see S. S means sine and cosec. So that is second quadrant. Then you can see here T. The two stand with T. So that is of the third quadrant. So in the third quadrant, your tan and cot will remain positive. While fourth quadrant, you know that your cos and sac will remain positive. So this is what we use normally. Anyway, so basically to understand, to make the student to memorize the trigonometric ratios in the quadrant. Now this table, I believe everyone knows about the value of the angle from 0 to 360 degree. You can remember them. So about the values of sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta. You know that cot theta is the inverse of tan theta. Cosec theta is the inverse of sine theta. Sec theta is the inverse of cos theta. Then you should remember these values. Along with that, you should know. Along with that, you should remember the value of sine 15 degree. So when we talk about sine 15 degree, sine 15 degree is, I can derive this value of sine 15 degree as sine 45 degree minus sine 30 degree. So sine A minus B, I can use the formula for sine A minus B, sine A minus B. So sine A minus B is sine A into cos B plus, sorry, sine A into cos B minus cos A into sine B. So this is the relation you can remember about the identity. So with this, you can calculate the value of sine 15 degree. With this, you can easily calculate the value of sine 15 degree. Okay, so the sine 15 degree, I can write sine 45 degree minus 30 degree. So this is sine 45 degree into cos 30 degree minus cos 45 degree into sine 30 degree. So that will give you sine 15 degree. So sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2. Cos 30 degree is root 3 by, that is root 3 by 4. Hmm, root 3 by 2. So that is root 3 by 2 minus cos 45 degree 1 by root 2 sine 30 degree 1 by 2. So I can write sine 15 degree as root 3 by 2 root 2 minus 1 by 2 root 2. So I can say sine 15 degree is equal to root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2, or I can, if I multiply root 2 with both sides, so 2 root 2 into root 2. So with this I can say the sine 15 degree is nothing but root 6 minus root 2 divided by 4. So with this you can derive the value of sine 15 degree. Okay, so similarly you can also derive the value of cos 15 degree. Cos 15 degree, for cos 15 degree you need to use cos a minus b. So cos a minus b is nothing but cos a cos b plus sine a into sine b. So this relationship we use for cos a minus b, that is cos a cos b plus sine a sine b. Similarly, you can also use the relationship of tan a minus b to calculate the value of tan 15 degrees. So tan a minus b is nothing but it is tan a minus tan b divided by 1 plus tan a into tan b divided by 1 plus tan a into tan b. I hope you know this. Fine. So this conversion you can use to find the value of sine 15 or sine 75 degree also, if I ask you. And anything, any angle, you can use this conversion to find their values. Okay, so you know that here that tan theta is nothing but sine theta divided by cos theta. So with that, if you divide sine by cos, you can find the value of 10. Okay, that is again useful for drawing the graph also. So you can see the sine 0 degree is 0 and sine 90 degree is 1. And then you can see sine 180 degree is 0, sine 360 degree is 0. So for plotting graph and all, also this applications are very important for us. So when we work on these applications, again this all become important for us. Fine. So all this relationship will become important for us. So if you know these values, we can plot the graph very easily. So if you remember only sine theta, your work will be done. You don't have to remember too many. Only you just need to remember sine theta. If you know only sine theta, your work is done. Because because cos theta, when you talk about cos theta, cos theta is nothing but sine 90 minus theta. So it comes in first quadrant. So when I talk about cos theta is nothing but sine 90 minus theta. So sine 30 degrees, cos 60 degree. Cos 60 degree is sine 30 degree. Cos 45 degree is sine 45 degree. Cos 90 degree is sine 0 degree. So the you can easily understand the relation between sine theta and cos theta. Once you found the cos theta values from sine theta, then you can find the value of tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but tan theta is when you talk about tan theta is nothing but it is sine theta divided by cos theta. So you need to understand when we talk about tan theta, the tan theta becomes zero whenever the sine theta is zero. So tan theta becomes zero means whenever the sine theta is zero, you can see here with sine theta is zero. Whenever the sine theta is zero, you can easily understand here. You can easily understand that. Then the tan theta will become not defined whenever the cos theta is zero, because tan theta is sine theta by cos theta. So cos theta becomes zero at the multiple of n pi by 2. So when you talk about n pi by 2, where n should be odd, so odd multiples of pi by 2, the cos theta become 0. So you can see here, it becomes 0. You can see here. So cos theta becomes 0 at n pi by 2, where n should be odd. So with that, you can understand if the cos theta becomes 0, then the tan theta will be not defined. So that is again very important to plot the graph of tan theta also. So for plotting the graph between tan theta, that relationship is something which is important for us. So whenever we plot the graph, so pi is there, this is pi by 2, if this is 3 pi by 2, so this is 3 pi by 2, so then this is 2 pi. So you need to understand the value. So whenever this, if this is 0, and I talk about the relationship, so when you talk about the relationship, when I talk about this relationship, you need to understand this. If you talk about the graph of tan theta and all, so whenever this is 0 or pi or 2 pi, it becomes 0, and then from 90 degree, if you see the for 90 degree to 90 degree to 180 degree, the sine theta, when you talk about from 90 degree to 180 degree, you know that it is in second quadrant. So sine theta will be positive, but the cos theta will be negative. So sine theta by cos theta, the tan theta will be negative. So this will give you the graph like this. So that relationship for plotting the graph and all is important for us to get the relation. So you can understand this whenever it is odd multiple of pi by 2, the graph that apostate what you say anostate of the graph of tan theta will tends to what you say not defined form of infinity. So that relationship can be used for plotting the graph. So once you get the tan theta, that is nothing but sine theta by cos theta, then you can find the cot theta. Cot theta is nothing but it is the inverse of tan theta. Similarly, you can find sec theta. Sec theta is the inverse of cos theta, while cosec theta is the inverse of sine theta. So all this will helpful for you to for finding the graph, for plotting the graph. Now you can see this question. Question number 1, you can see if your sine theta is 7 by 25, find the value of sec theta 1 plus tan theta. Very easy problem. So sine theta is 7 by 25. So sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So your perpendicular is 7 and hypotenuse is 25. So you can find the base would be 24. So the sec theta is hypotenuse by base. So that would be 25 by 24, and tan theta is nothing but it is perpendicular by base. And then you just need to put the value, and then you will solve it, you will get the answer. The getting answer is not at all a big thing. So in here, any number if you're multiplying with 25, any number if you're multiplying with 25, you can multiply with 100 and divide by 4. So you can multiply with 100 and divide it by 4. So this is 30. 30 means again 775. So then in 24 square anyway, you know that is 576. You just need to substitute the value. Sec theta is hypotenuse by base, tan theta is perpendicular by base. If you substitute the value, you'll get the answer. See question number 2. You can you can try this question, see this question, and now I believe you all are observing the problem by using you are all well equipped with notebook and pen. So see question number 2, try to solve this question. Everyone please try to solve question number 2. So as you can see in this problem, tan theta is given to you 12 by 5. You know tan theta is perpendicular by base. So your perpendicular would be 12 and base is 5. So you can find the hypotenuse. Your hypotenuse will become 13. And then what is cos theta? So cos theta would be nothing but 5 by 13. So you just need to substitute that value. You'll get the answer. Very simple problem. You just need to substitute and you take LCM, you'll get the answer 389 by 169. Then question number third, if you see in question number third, see this question number third, you have to find the value of theta if it is given like this equation is given. If you observe, this is like a quadratic equation, and suppose if sine theta is x, so the equation will become 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. I believe everyone knows how to solve a quadratic equation. So you can solve this quadratic equation, you can find the value of x, and then x, in place of x you can write sine theta, and then you can solve this equation. So in place of x you can write sine theta. So ultimately you will get the sine theta value is 1 by 2 and 1. So sine theta is 1 by 2, and here the theta is acute angle. So there's only one possibility, that means sine theta is 30 degree, or 30 degree you can write in the form of pi, in the form of radian as pi by 6. While if sine theta is equal to 1, then theta is equal to pi by 2. Okay, so you can easily understand, you know that pi is equal to 180 degree. You know this. So if I ask you 30 degree, 30 degrees how much? So 30 degrees is nothing but 30 pi by 180. That will give you pi by 6. Now you can see this problem. Now you can see this problem. Evaluate the expression. So sine 28 degree, sine 30 degree, sine 54 degree, sec 34, sec 36 degree, sec 62 degree. So you can understand here, you can ignore for the time being sine 30 degree, because you know the sine 30 degree value. Sine 30 degree value that you know is 1 by 2. So you can ignore sine 30 degree for the time being. You can focus on other variable. So you know that sine theta, you know that sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. Okay, so sine 28 degree, sine 28 degree is nothing but cos cos 62 degree. So you can write sine 28 degree is nothing but cos 62 degree. Similarly, sine 54 degree is nothing but cos 36 degree. Okay, so you can, in place of sine 28, in place of sine 28, in place of sine 28, I can write cos 62 degree. Okay, in place of sine 54 degree, I can write cos 36 degree. So then if you put them together, then your equation will become this. Then you'll get this as equation, and then you know that cos and sec are inverse, so they'll get cancelled, and finally you left with only sine 30 degree. Sine 30 degree is nothing but 1 by 2. Simple calculation. Now you can see the next problem. You can see this next problem. Here again the same logic you need to use. So you can bring the variables together. So cot 10 degree is nothing but 1080 degree. All that again the same thing, you'll bring them together. Cot 10 degree, then cot 80 degree. So bring the variables together. Cot 11 degree, then cot this would be how much, 79 degree. You can bring them together. Then cot 12 degree, then cot 78 degree. You can bring them together. So like this, cot 44 degree, then cot 46 degree, and then only thing left would be cot 45 degree. So and then you know that cot 10 degree and cot 80 degree will get cancelled. It will give you 1, because cot 10 degree is nothing but 1080 degree. I believe you understand, 1080 degree into cot 80 degree will be 1. Okay, so everyone will give you 1, and similarly cot 45 degree is also 1. So your final answer will be 1. Simple problem. So now you can see this question number 6. So if sine theta plus 48 degree is equal to cos theta, where theta plus 48 degree is acute angle, find the value of theta. So you know that sine theta is equal to sine theta plus 48 degree. You can think theta plus 48 equal to alpha or something. Sine alpha is equal to cos 90 minus alpha. So with this you can write sine theta plus 48 is equal to cos 90 minus theta plus 48. You can write that as a variable. So with this, I can say that in place of sine theta plus 48, I can write that is equal to cos 90 minus theta plus 48. And then you know that this is equal to cos theta. And then you know that this is equal to cos theta. So I can equate theta and 90 minus theta plus 48 together. Simple linear equation, if I solve, I'll get the answer of theta equal to 21. Simple calculation. Solving linear equation is not something difficult for you people. You can easily solve this relationship. So I hope you like this session. What all we discussed very basics in this current session. I hope you like this session. So this is our first introductory session. So like that, we'll continue our discussion on trigonometry in the next session. So please like my session. Please subscribe to my session so that you'll get all the details of all the possible exams preparation, and that way it will definitely will help you to achieve what you're looking for in your life. So with that intention, I want to wind up the class. So it's really pleasure teaching you all. I hope it was learning for all of you. So keep smiling and take care of yourself. God bless you. Bye.